So the major actors, 4 of the major actors are of African ancestry, and 1 is of Native American ancestry. So it is my firm belief that James Cameron hired more people of color, specifically more people of African ancestry in this film than all of his films combined. And if you saw the scenes of the Na'vi, either at Home Tree or different scenes in the film, particularly when they were having their spiritual ceremonies and rituals, the camera panned their faces, and you can tell, even though they were a CG character, you can tell that the characters who were playing them were African people. You could tell by the lips. You can tell by the facial structure. So he hired a lot of brothers and sisters for that particular role. Now, the Na'vi goddess is a force known as Awa. And they said in the film that she is connected to everything on the planet of Pandora. Everything on the planet of Pandora. And she maintains perfect balance and harmony. So this concept of balance and harmony is the meta concept of Ma'at. So we see where James Cameron got his inspiration for major components of this film. Now the other thing that's interesting is Awa. The word Awa is similar to the Yoruba word Awa, which means beautiful. And there's also a group of people who live in West Africa known as Awa. So again, Cameron did his research, and he decided to name some of the most significant personalities in the film, some of the most spiritual personalities in the film, after living, breathing people and cultures. He's paying homage to African people in this film, if you know your history and culture. The word Na'vi means the people in the language that they created. Na'vi means the people. Many Native Americans refer to themselves as the people. Okay? And you notice that the Na'vi all wear locks, and they dress in a manner that is similar to South Africans and Native Americans. You can see the inspiration for the wardrobe. Nteri's clan is called the Omaticaya, which is a combination of the words Olmec and Mayan. Again, paying homage to African people and indigenous people in Central America or Mesoamerica and the cultures that develop within that important region of the world. The phrase, the Na'vi greeting, I see you, is taken directly from the Zulu greeting, Sibani Bonani, which means I see you, and the reply is Yebo Sibani Bonani, which means yes, I see you. Okay? This phrase is also found in a modified form in the Sanskrit word namaste. Namaste, which essentially means the god or the goddess in me sees and acknowledges the god or the goddess in you. Namaste. Or in this instance, you could say that the presence of Awa in me sees and acknowledges the presence of Awa in you. It's a way of affirming not just your humanity, but your spiritual connection with the God force which binds us all together. Now this is a way of communicating, this is a way of relating that is typical of indigenous people. You are not separated from your environment. You are never separated from the Creator. It is only in Western religions that you find a fall from grace. You find man and woman are kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Man and woman are born in sin, and someone has to die for you. In the cultures of indigenous people, you are never separated from your Creator. It's a profound connection. And so one of the other things that's important is that in the film, you have the dancing and the chanting rituals of the Na'vi are quite similar to the dancing and the chanting rituals of Africans and Native Americans. I had the opportunity about a decade ago to travel to New Mexico to do some workshops with the Hopi. And I came there as they were performing what they refer to as their corn festival, which is a celebration that's similar to what we refer to as Kwanzaa. It's a harvest festival. And as I watched these Hopi dance and drum, I could have sworn I was in Africa. It's the same spirit, it's the same rhythm, it's the same beat, it's the same music. And then I realized that basically we're the same people. The same spirit works through both groups of people on one side of the world and on the other side of the world, bound by a common relationship with the Creator. And so we find that all of the references to nature on Pandora reinforce this relationship. And an important part of the film takes place at Home Tree and the Tree of Souls and the Tree of Voices. These trees are significant because trees are places where the souls of the ancestors dwell. Here's a scene of a tree ritual in Haiti. And part of the tradition in Haiti is that the souls of the ancestors live in the trees. So they perform some of their most important rituals around certain trees where the spirits of their ancestors dwell. So if you think about the history of Haiti and their struggle for freedom against the French, and then being forced to pay reparations to the French that they defeated. You know, Haiti was the most successful plantation of any European plantation. The most successful. And so when Toussaint Louverture and Dessalines, when they defeated the French, the economy of France nosedived. So much so that Napoleon was forced to sell the land that they had stolen in the Americas to their good friend Thomas Jefferson. And that became the Louisiana Purchase. All right? The Louisiana Purchase. They sold that land for 2 cents an acre and doubled the size of the United States in 1804. All right? So, as a means of paying reparations to the French said, yeah, we want money. Approximately $115 million they had to pay. But they said, we'll also take that currency in the form, that payment in the form of material goods, in the form of wood, in the form of your trees, in the form of your ancestors. So they cut down thousands and thousands of trees to pay that debt. And they deforested their land, which made them susceptible now to hurricanes and floods. You know, as Amos Wilson said, an event does not end at the end of its occurrence, but continues to move down through the ages, creating ripples in time and space, affecting future generations. So this struggle for liberation in 1804 struck a nerve with Europeans. Europeans in France, England, and the United States, who said we will never forgive those Africans for doing what we talk about and what we believe in, get our freedom by any means necessary. And they made a decision that Haiti will never be free. So today, Haiti is the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere, because Europeans determined that those Africans will never set an example for any other Africans on the planet, because they understood how important that event was in the psyche of African people in the United States, in the psyche of the African people throughout the Caribbean, and in South America and Mexico. So they had to ensure that that spirit of Africans would die with the Haitian Revolution. All right, so what we see now going on in Haiti is a continuation of the ongoing war against indigenous people, whether they're in Africa or in the Americas. It's a war. And the people who are at war against indigenous people have no respect for you and no respect for your God, your deity. And the whole idea centers around destroying your racial memory, destroying your spiritual memory, so that you would never empower yourself to do the things that your God or your goddess put you on this planet to do. So we're still fighting a spiritual warfare, still fighting spiritual war. So